Hello students of class 8. In the last video I explained about the eastern highland. So in this video I will start with the central lowland. This is the fourth physiographic divisions of the North America. So the central lowland region lies between the western Cordilleras in the west to the eastern highlands in the east. Okay, so from this name you can understand that means this particular landform is present in the central part of the North America, and it is means the elevation of this particular physiographic division is very much low. That is why we are calling it as the lowland. So the central lowland, you can see the central lowland plains is means the central lowland is present in this central portion of this region. So in the western portion here lies the western Cordillera, and in the eastern portion here lies means in the eastern side the eastern highland is present. So in between the western Cordilleras and the eastern highlands, this particular central lowland is region, and in the north we have the polar region, and in the south we have the Gulf of Mexico. So in between the polar region and the Gulf of Mexico, the central lowland region is present. So this is also known by another name, that is the Great Plain. So you can see in the map there is another name given to this central plains or the central lowland as the Great Plain. So this Great Plains have a greater height present in the Piedmont region of the Rockies. Means you can see the Piedmont region means the foothills regions of the Rockies. So this light shaded portion of the map, you can see that there are different shades of the brown given. This is darker, this is much lighter than that, and this is too much lighter than this first shade. So this lighter shade is actually showing the foothills regions or the Piedmont region of this Rockies mountain. So the Great Plains has got means the height of the Great Plain is greater in this Piedmont region of the Rockies. Okay, then the rivers like River Mackenzie. So here you can see River Mackenzie, you can see given over here just beside the Mackenzie mountain. The River Mackenzie is present between just beside the Great Bear Lake and the Great Slave Lake. Then the St. Lawrence River. So here present the St. Lawrence River, you can see this one is the St. Lawrence River. So this St. Lawrence River and the river Mississippi. So you can see that river Mississippi, Missouri, this one is the river Mississippi and Missouri, drain through the central lowlands of these regions. Means all these river are draining to this particular central lowland region. Okay, it consists of different types of the low-lying plateaus, mountains, etc. The northern part of this plain, so this is the Great Plains or the central lowland plain. So in the northern part of this central lowland plains, here present the Canadian Shield region. So this region has been transformed in a penny plain. Penny plains means small mounds like region. Why? Because of the erosion caused by the glaciers. In the video in the eastern highland in the Canadian Shield video, I have explained that this region during the time of the ice age has been totally covered by the ice, and due to the ice coverage over here the glacial erosion took place, and which has transformed this region into the penny plain. Okay, its central part of this central lowland consists of different types of the lakes, that like the Great Bear Lake, then Great Slave Lake, then Athabasca Lake, then Lake Winnipeg. All these are present in the central lowland region. And there are the five great lakes of the North America also present in this particular region in the southern portion of this plain, like Lake Superior. It is also the world's largest freshwater lake region, like the Lake Superior. um, it's the largest freshwater lake. Apart from the Superior, Huron is there, Michigan is there, Erie is there, and Ontario is there. This total region is actually known as the Great Lake region also. This Ontario means, you can see this is tiny small lake. This name of this lake is the Ontario. It originated due to the glacial erosion actually. So the central region has four parts, that is the St. Lawrence Basin, means this particular region between the Eastern Highland and the Canadian Shield region. Over here, this part we are calling as the one of the portion of the central lowland region. Then the next portion is the Great Five Lake region, that is the Superior, Huron, Michigan, Erie, Ontario region. Then the Prairie Grassland region, that is in the middle portion. We have the Prairie Grassland region, and next is the Mississippi Missouri Basin. You can see the river Mississippi over here. So this Mississippi Missouri Basin region in the south between the western Cordilleras and the eastern highland, and then after this the land gently descends further southward. The next physiographic divisions that we have is the coastal plain. So the coastal part of the North America is known as the coastal plain. It is actually a narrow on the western coast along the Pacific. However, in the eastern portion, in the eastern region, it is a little bit wider along the Atlantic coast. Now let us see in the map. So the coastal plain region, the coastal plain means actually the coastal part of the North America. In the western coastal plain, here the coastal plain is narrower along the Pacific coast and it is wider along the eastern Atlantic coast. So if you see the map of this North America, you can see that the means most of the portions of the North America is being bounded by the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. So the coastal regions of the North America is being divided into two portions. One portion we are calling as the western coastal plain and the one is the eastern coastal plain. Western coastal plain is present in the Pacific portion and is much narrower, and the eastern coastal plain is following the Atlantic coast region along with the Gulf of this Mexico. So this is the eastern coastal plain. This is much wider in comparison to the western coastal plain. Okay, so this is all about the physical division or the physiographic divisions of the North America. So thank you everyone.